Hello and welcome back to the channel where we are building a video game from scratch using Love2d and Lua. Our computer busted, our main streaming computer busted, so we are now on a temporary Mac streaming device. I've got the kinks worked out from the past crappy streams, but hopefully it works now. We just have a couple more tricks up our sleeve with the Stream Deck. Today we're working on a bug that we did not find until last stream, and it is where the cleansed water just doesn't load properly after you beat the demo and save the game. It doesn't load the game with the cleansed water, so we need to fix that. So I'm gonna just get a new save file. Excuse me, go in here. Oh, because I thought, there was a part of me that was like, I'm not going to stream until I figure out this bug because I have no idea how to fix it, right? And then I thought that's probably the best time to stream, something like that, so it's something I felt hesitation to fixing on stream, but let's do it. I mean, we're doing the whole game on stream essentially, so let's just do it. Here's the purple water animatables working, and what isn't working is when we cleanse the water, the transition's working, but it doesn't, and even there's a, here, how do I do this? I just have to manually switch between apps. That's how we are fixing the streaming issue from yesterday. So I guess the Silicon Macs just are crappy at OBS, I mean, I didn't buy the thing to be good at OBS, so I don't really care, but kind of annoying. It's supposed to be a super good computer, but OBS? Okay. So we're looking for how we do this, which we render the map based on a tile ID from our master sheet. So a map is 8 by 10 or whatever it is in it, and it's sprites that map to a tile ID that is from our master sheet. So let's see if when we load player data, if we're like doing anything fancy with the if demo water cleansed sort of deal. We just save it, that's it. So let's see if there's another time we use demo water cleansed or something like that for any sort of thing. We have a success state where we run a cleanse the global water anonymous function. You know what? My go-to definition is busted in NeoVim right now, which kind of sucks, but I don't know how to fix that. My LSP. How do I resync my LSP? Do we set it up in, maybe we have to, let me see if the lazy's the package manager, and we have like a lazy config we do somewhere right here. This config nvim init is where we put our, do we have our LSP? Oh, diagnostics. Oh, okay. So diagnostics false is eliminating a lot of stuff that would normally show up with the Lua LSP. I'm gonna see if there is a autocomplete true on the completion, it looks like. So after we define things like our mapping, actually inside our mapping table, it looks like, well, I think there's different ways to do it. So let's try this where we just add it as a value here. Completion gets okay. Do we try that? How do you do it? Uh-oh. Well... yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. We can run a check health LSP. Looks good. No active clients. Oh, we have to install, oh, in Mason? Did we install our server stuff in Mason? Okay. Yeah, we do. Oh no, that's Tree Sitter. Doesn't Tree Sitter use Mason though? Do we not use Mason here? Little stuff like this like really helps development, so I'm like wanting to get it. You know what? This is our Sonic Pi completion here. This is not our... We should have... Under the LSP0 setup. LSP0 auto completion. Reset. Setup. Okay, so we set up LSP0 here. Setup recommended, which is what we've got. LSP0 setup. It's just in the setup function. Where do we do it, man? Where is the... See, look, we have this where it's like, we have the go to diagnostics checks, which I don't use these, so I don't think we even... Oh, see, look. GD is the go to definition. So, yeah, this isn't working. Okay, so we're supposed to set the preset, define on attach, and then we run our setup outside of this attach. But this is also this, Okay, so we'll keep it in the config and just take it to the outside like our on attach preset is. I'm asking Chat God to help me with the LSP here. Yeah, it's saying that it's probably the server setup. Okay. No active clients. No active clients. So our LSP server is just not LSPing. So we have to ensure certain things are installed and make sure Mason is installed. See, I thought we had, do we not have Mason and Lazy? We have, yeah, we have Mason installed. So how come... Isn't that how you run Mason? Is just Mason? Okay, so we need to ensure installed. Add this before the setup. So before the setup, we just need to say LSP0. We're gonna go into a method called ensure installed. And we're gonna manually put Lua language server. Okay, let's try that. Well, that's ensure installed has been removed. Use the module Mason LSP config. Mason LSP config. Use the module Mason LSP config. Integrate with Mason and Vim. Okay, see help LSP0 guide. Integrate with Mason. Okay, so you do this Mason config. And you do this after the on attach. Yeah, after the on attach. But why can't we just run it like we used to? You know, as a... What the heck, dude? We should be able to run it like we used to, but I think ours just does it differently here. So before the setup, we're not doing the ensure install. We're gonna do a dependency, a Mason dependency, and we're gonna say just get Lua, whatever. Lua ls. No active clients. Oh, no, there is enabled configurations. Okay, no. It looks like we've got it. So let's see now if we've got go to definition here. Oh, see, we've got the diagnostics. Oh no. Oh no. The diagnostics. Everything's underlined. I'm trying to find where I even want to use go to definition. It works. It works. Okay. See, I love that. So like the LSP just talks to it. I just hit GD and it just defines, goes to where that's defined. It's just so cool. Okay. Because it's in a totally different file even. See, look, I hate the stuff on the left there. I hate the underlines. So how do I get the... That was in LSP config, right? We have a diagnostics false. But this is LSP diagnostics in the Sonic Pi setup. So we want to do something like in our LSP config, like here. We say Mason config, and we're gonna say LSP diagnostics gets false. We're gonna see if that does it. No. TS server is not a valid entry. Hold on. Yeah, it doesn't like that. LSP diagnostics gets false. Where does it even go? Reset. Unattach. Do this. There's gotta be a sneaky way to put how to do the hold on a sec. So it's a Vim diagnostic sign config. So we should, I think we should be able to set it here. We say, no. Signs is what it's called. But then the underlined is I don't know where the The underlined stuff is set. Let's see. Hopefully the signs works. And we'll see. Okay. It looks like that worked. Alright. We still see look like this. We have... I mean, I guess this is good because we don't use entity count here. I mean, this was an old setup, so I guess this is fine. Okay. So, we need to get our water working on after we save it after they beat the demo. So let's take a look at what our cleanse water event trigger looks like, see what it's doing, and then see where that translates to a mistake when we load it, because it's not loading the proper animation once we beat the game and then reload it. So if we look at our demo water cleanse, we're actually looking for the cleanse demo water event trigger, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So this is what the cleanse demo water event does, is it flushes all the animatables. It cycles through every single tile and it repopulates the animatables. Now, the animatables table is just a table that holds the functions to run every frame, essentially. So it's called an insert anim. And an insert anim has a location and it has a global animatable that it draws at its current frame. But we're not invoking the function here, we're storing it for later, because then we're going to go through every frame, we go through the animatables function table, and we run the function in every single instance there. So that paired with the global animatable updates that frame, and the insert anim actually inserts that frame on top of the tile ID that we normally do. Because like if we look at what insert anim actually does, is it literally puts the new animated tile on top of whatever tile was defined in the drawing of the global map. So if we look at the insert anim, we literally just check which layer it's on, and we assign the anim, which is the third parameter, we assign that third parameter to the current scene's current map tiles, which is what renders all the sprites, which row and column it's at, .id, which is from the master sheet. So all it does is put that third parameter into the first two parameters. So when you look at it, it says, oh yeah, take the animated row and the animated call, and then put that global.frame in there with the optional above ground parameter in case it was on a different layer. So what's happening when we cleanse our water, we're running the cleanse demo water trigger, which we have a global demo water cleansed variable we're tracking, and we have currently tried deploying this cleanse demo water once here, I'll show you where it is. We event dispatch it right here in load, don't we? right now, it looks like we are cleansing the demo water in our save data when we load it. So, I mean, this is one super wrong because is this part of our get diff? Because this is like not right. Is this save data as part of our get diff? Yes. Yes. Yeah, we used to have it commented out, the cleanse demo water. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so we're not dispatching the cleanse demo water because one, that's broken, so we know that's not the issue. But it would be nice if we could dispatch this cleanse demo water when we want. So let's do on our L press, let's just do it there. So on our L press, we're just going to dispatch a cleanse demo water, and we're going to see if it just works right off the rip, and then see if we save it and load it if it's still busted, because this is the, you know, I'm pretty sure it's during the load. So here, I'll swap us over. Okay, so we're looking for the water, and it is still corrupted. So we're gonna hit L and watch it get cleansed, which works. So this is us running the cleanse demo water, which works, right? So it just worked there. Oh, didn't work here though. It worked. Uh-oh. So, I mean, clearly the issue's somewhere here, because this is exactly the behavior we're getting. So I guess we could print up, we could probably print up the tile ID of this water and see if it's the starting anim, because like I have a hunch why it does this, but I cannot prove it. Like I think there's really like a 1 in 4 chance it works, depending on which starting tile ID the water animation was on by the time I hit L. So I think there's a 1 in 4 chance we fix it. I mean, that works. Oh, see, look, I hit it at the right frame. I'm pretty sure it's that issue. Because the way this adds animatables is it only ever looks for the starting tile ID of a known animatable. So since it knows, you know, 241 is the starting tile, I don't know what it is, but so what happens is I'm pretty sure we assign the tile ID of the given animated tile. So I think we need to reset the tile right when we press cleanse demo water so that we ensure this works, because I also remember testing this and it working. So that's why I was surprised it was an issue, but there was a 1 in 4 chance that we played it and it worked like we did just now, and it worked. I'm pretty sure that's it. That's the only thing that makes sense to me, knowing the code base. So let's we have to just reassign. We can look at the clean water anim starter, cleansed water. What do we call it? Cleansed water starter. It should be right here. Clean water anim starter. That's what it is. So this clean anim water starter is 240. So once we run the cleanse demo water, we need to reset the tile ID to be the starter, right? Because it's like, well, we're putting in See, look, right here. We're asking... Oh, wait a second. Okay, so this water anim starter is purple. So basically we're saying when we run cleanse demo water, we nuke our animatables, and then we check, hey, did there used to be a purple water starter here by chance? And if so, we override it to be the new water starter. So maybe my theory's out the door with the 1 in 4 chance, because when we hit L here, it looks like we manually assign the tile ID to the starter, which is what my fix was going to be, but we do it. So if it's in the tile ID, which yeah it is, we drew it there, then we're going to insert an animatable, yeah, a cleanse water. So the actual animatable objects that are these all caps values here, okay. Okay, so my theory goes out the window because we're doing it right here. We're assigning the tile ID of what used to be a purple starter to a new this. So the issue isn't just running cleanse demo water. We know that works. What doesn't work is reloading the game once you save it from a cleanse demo water. So let's see. Well, and there's two things too, right? We have this cleanse demo water event dispatch, but then we have a cleanse global water. I think it's, yeah, what is it? I swear I have a function in here called like cleanse demo, not, I mean, maybe we changed the name of it, because I thought it was called cleanse global water. It might be in the tome state. Yeah, tome 1 success state. Let's see. Cleanse global water. See, look, it's a global one. Cleanse the global water. I've never added a the like that. So, okay, so cleansing the global water is in a tome success state. Okay, so this is like what gets triggered when the actual player plays it. Yo, Katron, what up, dude? What up, man? Yo, it's good. I'm good, except my PC broke. My streaming PC broke. Oh, and here I'm not even on the right screen. My streaming PC broke. The motherboard went crap. I built it like 11 or 12 years ago, so it kind of makes sense. So the new computer's coming, so I'm on a temporary Mac to do this, but it's working. I just have to remember to switch my my inputs here on my Stream Deck, which I did not do, but hope you're doing well, dude. Hope you're doing all kinds of stuff. It's gonna be good, man. I mean, it's wild, but the times we're living in, right, where I don't need a dedicated GPU because the integrated graphics are so good, and I don't prioritize gaming. So I'm gonna get an AMD integrated graphics framework desktop. It's coming in the mail. It's not shipped just yet, but hopefully in the next 2 weeks it ships, because I got the confirmation that they're preparing, and then hopefully it ships soon. See, look, we also have this. This is specific to the actual tome success state, so we don't need that. But what's weird is clicking it works. New workshop setup. Nice, dude. Nice. Well, dude, you gotta bring back the streams, dude. I think I saw you hop on a couple times at some point, but yeah, man, I miss the streams. I know, because I dropped off for a while with I moved into a new house, and you know how that goes, and it's like crazy. So I missed like a month of streaming ish, but then my computer freaking broke when I came back. So it's like, so now I'm set up in my new house, but my computer freaking bust. So I still haven't got the setup. See, cleanse the global water. When do we run that? Okay. Okay, so it looks like two things we had to do. We're gonna cleanse the global water, which is actually a global function. And then we're going to set the demo water cleanse to be equal to true. So let's try to match that when we do our test. So for right now, when we do the L, when we take a L here, we're going to cleanse the global water and also demo water cleansed. This has to do with the saving and loading, and this has to do with the actually rendering, I think. Dude, no, I get it. I get it. Well, and even today, like, it's taken me like 4 days to get my Mac stream ready, even though, you know, once the new PC comes in, I'm gonna be on that machine instead of this one. So it's like, it's easy to give yourself that excuse to not want to build it or to not want to stream because the real setup is coming. But I was like, I just have to stream even if it sucks again. But we haven't had any drops. We've got 0 drop frames, almost an hour. No drops, no freezes, no audio hiccups, as far as I'm aware. So I think we're doing okay. Okay, we're gonna hit L here and watch the cleansing of the water, because this is just what isn't working on the demo save and reload. So hitting L now completely breaks it. Well, it also cleanse global water is different. It might take some time, because it's like, see, these are blue, they're not animated, which is bad. Fuck, dude. Okay. So what's weird is just pressing L works, right? Yeah, it really is easy, Katron. It's always that the friction you feel before you do it is always the worst, and then as soon as you're live, it's whatever. Okay, so here it is, the purple water. We hit L, it cleanses, it animates, it works, right? So this is what I'm saying, where it's like the trigger, the event trigger isn't what's busted, because that's working. The event trigger, when we hit it, puts cleansed water everywhere. There used to be corrupted. So that is working. And it's working because it's literally nuking every single animation and rebuilding it from scratch and only replacing the corrupted water, which, since we're making a Game Boy game, is a fine way to do it. Well, I don't know. I don't know about fine, but it works. It is a way that is working, well, as we're trying to fix it. So it half works. Okay, so we're gonna look for, you know, this isn't the problem. Our Tmux, oh, there we go. The dispatch isn't our problem. The load is. So if this is loading, then what's wrong would be if this is loading fine here, then when we actually go to the load player data method and load a demo water cleansed, and we're gonna dispatch the demo water if it has been cleansed, reset the dialog box, and this is upon the load, right? So once we save it and load it, we dispatch, we become demo water cleansed, So let's just see if that works from a save. So thanks, Katron. Yeah, it's feeling like a real game, but there's still, none of the biomes are done. So only one dungeon is done. And then we've got to haul 4 biomes to finish the map, So it's so much work. It's so much work. Yeah, I started Tashio in, February of last year? So it's been coming up on 2 years. In February it'd be 2 years. That's nuts, man. For having no biomes done, that's not very good. But here, let's cleanse the demo water, and then we'll save it. And then we'll load it, and we'll see what happens. See? So now I am curious. I am curious about what the tile ID is here, right here. But so what's happening here is either there's no animatables in this scene, no animatable functions, or I don't know actually. I mean, I don't know. This is what is this? This is 7.2. So map 7.2.animatables should have at least a flower and a water. So that is map 7.2. So let's go print that up real quick. Yeah, we're gonna print up the map 7.2, and we're gonna say map 7.2.animatables. And remember, animatables is storing an insert anim object. So the table of animatables is holding function calls to an instantiation of an insert anim object. So that's what's kind of weird about it. So this would be a table of 2 things, 2 functions, and those functions would create an object. But if we do an inspect here, instead of a conversion to a string, we should be able to see the functions themselves. So we're looking for, and actually this, let's see. It looks like there's not right animatables because there's only one function in there. So let's take a peek. Let's take a peek at our... Yeah, I mean, there was only one function in there, right? So what we could do is instead say, well, let's just convert this to a string, and we're gonna put the number of animatables that is in that table here into the debug. So if there's a page with a lot of anims, it should be a lot, right? So there's one flower, there's one flower. See, that shouldn't be 1. Oh, see, this is wrong. Here, let me find some flowers. If we can find a page with multiple anims and it counts them right. Yeah, like right here. Oh, see, it doesn't count it. Oh, we're printing it. Yeah, we're printing it hard-coded. But okay, so the hard-coded one there is for the 7.6, not the 5.2, which would have a lot more. So so we know it's the animatables, which makes perfect sense. But how is it wrong? Because we can't just say, oh, well, just put it on 5.2, because it's like it's every single corrupted purple needs to turn into this. So what isn't happening is something in the animatables is either getting overwritten after the load, which I'm kind of thinking is probably happening, or we don't assign it correctly, and I don't think that's the problem. So that works. We know that works. We know that assigns the animatables okay. So what doesn't work is we come back. So like if we walk through the logic from the game, it cycles through, you know, in the map declarations, it cycles through whatever we define, it puts the animatables, does whatever. So I guess it just comes down to the order of operations of when we initialize the animatables in the scene and when we load the game, because we have a scene here that takes, what is this? Okay. So we have a thing called an insert anim object, and we have a thing called an insert animation object. And that is gonna drive me crazy in understanding this, because it's like piece by piece. Okay, so insert animation is the class. Insert anim is the function. That function should be in the class. I made it global on accident. I should fix that. So insert animation is a class that holds and updates all these animatable objects. So the animatable objects is just a tile ID that loops at a certain speed and through a certain subset to make it animate over time. But then also when we insert animatable, see, and this is what is happening under the hood every frame in the insert anim update. Is we go through our animatable table and we run the function that we stored in there. And right now, we aren't inserting animatable functions into the animatable table given the tile ID, when it should insert these functions for us to call here and effectively animate our tiles. So we're missing yeah, we're just missing the .animatables for some reason. So it's like when we hit L, that worked. And it worked because we ran the cleanse demo water, and the cleanse demo water resets all of the animatables. And it says, okay, if you used to be the starter tile for a blue water piece or for a purple water piece, which was corrupted, then we're going to reassign you, right? This is the equality operator. This is the assignment operator saying we're putting this new clean water tile ID into the tile ID that we're going to render here. And then we're going into the animatables table and we're inserting the function that has a cleansed water frame here. And we know cleansed water frame's updating because when we press L, it updates, but it is not loading because our .animatables, when we press an L, I would think has two functions, as opposed to when we load it only has one, which is the flower, which isn't fully correct. So let's see if we can press in our debug on our play state here. We're gonna have a line that says we're gonna print up the number of animatables on the current scene. So instead of this hard-coded 7, we're gonna say our scene view. Oh man, dude. Oh, the autocomplete. How do I do the select? Y? Oh, Y. So scene view dot current map dot row, and then scene view current map dot column. So we're going into the current scenes dot animatables, and we're just printing up how many functions are in the animatables table. So we're going to see, because what I'm expecting is two when we hit L, which is why it works when we hit L, and only 1 when we load it. So here, oh, see, look, we already loaded it, so it's all jacked up. Yeah, we already saved it and loaded it wrong, so we have to nuke our save if we want to see it real quick. Dude. How do we find our save, delete our save? Yeah, let's just redo it real quick. Hold on. Are we back or not back? Dude, the testing is driving me up a wall because I have to play the intro 10 times to get a specific scenario. Well, because it's like, I had all these cheats where I can like, oh, give myself more health so I don't have to go fetch the magic potion, but then we made a release and then it's like, well, I didn't want the cheat codes to be in the release. So it's like all this learning for how to do it. Because like, I think the move is I keep on diagnostics and debugging until we're literally about to go live. So it's like, just like how we're able to print these debug values, I should have these. See, look, this is what I was expecting. 19 animated functions, 41. Oh, that should be wrong. 41, it's not that many, is it? We might be drawing them beneath, actually, yeah. We might be drawing them beneath that, that castle there. So look, exactly like I thought, two here, and if we hit L, it'll still be 2. Yes, and it works. It's just that once we save it from that point and come back, it's only 1. So it tells us, you know, I mean, it doesn't fix the bug for us by any mean, but at least we can track it down. Like we know it's the animatables. So it's just an order of operations thing. So it's like, see how there's just one animatable in there. So it's just not inserting animatables. So that's good we found it, but we need to fix it. And when we load, we do a thing like this. We literally dispatch a cleanse demo water, which goes and it takes, yeah, the water anim starter, replaces it with the clean one, and an animatable function in there while you're at it. Why don't you? So when we cleanse the demo water there, when we load the player data, we do the thing. So what's weird is if we hit L after it has worked, it does not work. Right? Like it doesn't work. I can't make it work by pressing it again. But once it's broke, then we can't fix it, which is just very bad. What was I looking for here? Cleanse demo water. So look, yeah, so I mean, I know what this does. I've looked at it a billion times. Okay, so something's happening. Let me try. If it's broke, I'll hit L again and see if it works. Let's see. Yeah, no, L does not work. So the cleanse demo water does not work once it's already saved as broken. So we just need a more robust way of handling the animatable updates, because this is, yeah, and this is what's so hard about trying to get ambitious about changing certain things in the overworld like this, because at the end of the day, we have the same tile ID, we have the same global map, right? So we draw it in tiled, we export it as a global map from tiled. It has purple water, but then in the game, if your save file cleanse the water, it needs to go in and overwrite all of those old things. But they're always going to be there because that's the exported master sheet. So our code is making up the difference, and that's just the way my game is doing it. So it's maybe just a drawback of the way I kind of structured it, all in one master sheet, all with the tile IDs, you know. So it is a little, you know, showing its lack of robustness right now, but I don't know how to fix it. So like what's happening is that the animatables just aren't getting in there. We're not redoing it. You know, why did we just started crapping frames like nobody's business recently. We were good for like a whole hour, and then now we've dropped 25,000 frames. Sorry guys, sorry for the crappy bitrate. Normally have better bitrate than this. This isn't normal for me. This actually is normal for me. Ay ay ay. Okay, so something in the .animatables is being called after reload. That's just what's happening. So we had a fix for this, right? We had this save data needs loading toggle. So the save data doesn't get called until like the end of the play state update on the first frame of the load. Something like that. So we might just need to defer our animatable reassignment to the save data needs loading, so that we make sure we load all our stuff, then we do the dispatch of the cleansed demo water. Because it works. I press L and it works, so we know it works. It's just that when we save it and load it, it doesn't work. So what's happening when we... Yeah, so it's like... It's inserting the wrong... It's not inserting an animatable, it just inserts one frame non-animating. That is so weird. But basically here, if we do this save data needs loading, then when we come to here, look, save data needs loading in the play state, we do this thing where it's in the init, I guess, at the end of the init in the play state, we say, okay, well now let's load our player data here. So we want to defer the cleanse demo water to the save data needs loading as well. So not only are we going to load that, but if once we load the player data, right, the save data utility, it turns into a save data table in the demo water cleansed save data table, save data, where is it, man? Demo water cleansed. Yeah, so this table is local to the save data. It's not a field, so this isn't very good. What we do have, and what we should have is when we load, if you look at when we load the player data, when we have the water cleansed already, what we're doing is saying demo water cleanse gets true here, right here in the load. So since we do the load, we defer the load to the end of the play state right here. So at the end of the init of the play state, we do this. What happened here, dude? The heck? What are you mad at, man? Oh, this is wrong. Yeah, we can't do that. We need to try to dispatch this thing if our thing is cleansed. If our demo water cleansed, which it is when we load and it's the right value, then we need to ask what to do here. If the demo water's cleansed, then we're gonna do the event dispatch. Event dot dispatch a name of what the fuck I just do, man? What did I just do? Event dispatch, and we say cleanse demo water. Event dispatch. No. Okay. So save data needs loading. We dispatch the cleanse demo water here at that point in time. So when we run the cleanse demo water at any point else, it's wrong. Cleanse demo water, and we do this dispatch right here. So look, we won't dispatch it here on the load. We will replace the dialog box there at that point in time on the load, and that works. We tested that. We know that works. We just say demo water cleansed gets true, and the save data needs loading happens outside of the load player data function. Yeah, so save data needs loading gets triggered somewhere else. Yeah, when do we trigger the save data needs loading? If there is save data, then we say it needs loading, right? Yeah, if we hit start, basically if we start the game to load the last save, but then also if we continue, yeah. Okay, so there's the continue. Okay, so let's try it. We dispatch the cleanse demo water now after we load the player data, and this is in the play state after we've initialized everything like the scene, the map, and whatever. So this should fix our issue. I think last we saved it was blue, which it was not animating, and it was blue. So I think, oh my god, it worked. It worked. Okay, I hit L again and it broke, but that's okay because I broke it. It's okay when it breaks, but I gotta break it. That worked. So I think what we need to do is take off the L, and then we'll test it from beginning again. Yeah, let's just take that out completely. Let's look at the git diff real quick and just see if it like tracks. Okay, so all we did was in the load function, instead of dispatching the cleanse demo water, we just set a flag that says, okay, well, the global demo water cleansed is true. And then we reassign the new dialog box for when the demo water is cleansed. And then when I need to take out that cleanse water in load player data. But we basically dispatch the cleanse demo water way later, deferred to our save data needs loading, which is how we should do things like this because of these weird issues. I'm going to change the cookie made me do this to the real quote here. Okay, so Okay, let's try it. So since it's saved with demo water cleansed, it should load the proper anims, and it should load the proper dialog box for the villager. Okay, so that works. The cleansed water works. Cleansed water works. And let's see if dialog works. Wow, the water's crystal clear. It looks like it shimmers so pretty. Almost. I wanted two lines, I think. Let's see. Wow, the water is crystal clear. And then we do a thing here. We do double space. We can add a new page, and it says it looks. I'm just gonna say so pretty. Okay, and we give it a space to end it. All the little quirks of our engine. Okay, water works. Let's test the dialog box. Then we'll test it from a scratch save too. Oh, here, I didn't even switch that shit. Wow, the water is crystal clear. So pretty. Okay. Okay, so let's take off the playstate debug for the anims that we know is wrong, and we want to go do one more thing, which is test the test no save. So let's here, I'm gonna delete my save real quick. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so basically we just need to, well, actually, let me, yeah, you know what? We'll add the L back in real quick. And you know what? We won't. We won't, because we want to test it like a player would test it, not like a hacker would test it. So we're testing it real. Which means we have to get the tome, and it means we have to beat the demo essentially. So we're going to do a speed run of the demo real quick. I should set a timer, see how long. Let's see, we're at 1:15 right now, so let's see, 1:15. See how long it takes me to speed run this sucker. I think like 2 minutes. I think under 2 minutes. We'll see. Yeah, maybe not under 2 minutes, because we're already at like 30 seconds. Just getting through the dialogue. Alright, we're gonna haul ass. Okay, so purple water, that works. We didn't break the purple water by fixing the blue water, so that's good. Let's snag the tunic. Oh shit. Fucking fell right in there. I need to fix the element render there. That's bugging me. That's okay though. Hopefully that's an easier fix than what we've been doing. Shit. Get the go. Okay, I figure I just found like a very small bug I want to address at some point, but basically we need to reset the blink on the cursor for the normal item inventory so that it defaults on, because it blinks and then it goes out of the state and then it remembers the blink state, so we just need to reset it every time we enable the state machine change. Alright. Alright, we got the potion. We're gonna go... Let's see, we're 2 minutes in to the demo on the speedrun factory. It's like... I could beat it without getting hit 3 times, but in the times I've tried, that is very, very seldom that happens, so we'll see. Because, like, yeah, speedrun, yeah, obviously getting the potion would be too slow. So it's not a true speedrun, it's a lazy speedrun. It's I don't want to die 4 times because I was too stingy to get a potion. Sort of deal. Okay, we took half damage so far, that's pretty good. Alright, we did it. Well, I was gonna say we did it taking only half damage, but then we took damage, so... 1 heart damage, not bad. So we've got the tome 3 minutes in. Yeah, I need to come up with a better message for that part, but... Okay, so we're gonna test, we're gonna make sure the shortcut loads and saves. So here, if we leave here and come back, it's fixed, or it remains unsaved. If we meditate and go, it's fine. And then if we reload it, let's see. Let's see if the shortcut was saved. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're 4 minutes in. Okay, here we go. I just fucking exited the game. I just exited the game. My bad. My bad. That's the thing with NeoVim, man. The caps lock is mapped to escape, so my pinky hits escape very easily. And tab is right next to it, and that's the select button here. Okay. We didn't even get the freaking loot. We gotta get our loot. Okay. Let's go, cleanse water, let's go. That's my favorite effect of the game so far, but the boss fights are gonna be fun. Alright, so we're really seeing, this is the moment of truth. If we save it and load it and the water is still there, the blue water is still there, that would be very good. That would be very good. Cannot believe how long it's been taking me to make this game. Okay. I hope we fix it. I hope we fix it. Okay, moment of truth. We save it. We're gonna come back. Come on, man. Come on. Give me the blue. Give me the blue moving. Yes. 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 We fixed it, y'all. We fixed it. We fixed it. We fixed it. Great, great news. Okay, and it wasn't all that hard. If we look at the git diff, we fixed, well, we added 2 lines to the load and then a conditional to the play state. I'm going to take out this clean water dispatch and load player data. Okay. I think that's it. I think that's it. Man, it is so much nicer when the stream plays nice with me. It's a little something to remember how to switch it all the time, but that is okay. We want to do a git diff. We added like 7 lines. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Okay, git add everything to the staging area, and we want to commit with a message saying that this is defer cleanse water dispatch to save data needs loading. Oh, what the fuck? Why? What? My passphrase? What the fuck? I've never had to use my passphrase for this thing. Dude, I didn't even have to use this yesterday. Dude, I don't have a passphrase. Oh god, man. Okay. We did it. Okay, well that wraps it up for today. We'll be back tomorrow, and we'll try to get some more good stuff done. We're on the road to finishing the demo. We're bug hunting. There's like 3 bugs left. I do need to make quick note of the 2 small ones I wanted to fix, being the here. Let's just do it right now. We'll put it here in our notes. I have a thing that says, oh god. Fucking goddamn it. I haven't looked at this in a long time. Okay, so I think what we want to do here, next episode, we need to clear all that old stuff, but this is going to be the 2 bugs, so we need to do a cursor blink reset. When item inventory up. And then we need a proper Tome 1 inscription. And then we don't need this. we'll cleanse. We'll go through all these notes and clean it up at some point soon. But thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. Still hoping the demo's done soon. You know, I mean, we've got like 5 bugs left, and then it's ready for this second batch of playtesting, and then we'll see what's up about how to get it to Steam and everything. Let's see. Jitspo's on. Chapel's on. No one's really on. I mean, I don't know. Is there someone doing... Thanks for watching.
Guys, peace out and have a good one.